All right. Today was a good day. I'm so happy. All right, I'm going to try to make this quick. I traded a lot of tickers today, but what I wanted to do was every day I'm trying to figure out what lesson did I learn today. Today there were quite a few lessons that I learned that I'm struggling with, but the main one is don't trade your P&L. I could have saved a lot of money today just not trading my P&L. And thank God I noticed I was doing it and I just kept losing a little more and a little more. You know when you have a good amount on a symbol and then you just think I just want a little more, and I slowly gave away $10, and it just kept coming down. And finally I did the right thing. I just shut the whole computer down. I shut ThinkOrSwim down. I shut all the scanners down. I literally walked away, took a walk outside. So that's my lesson for today, and I'm going to show you that I was really losing on that one. The other one is I traded two stocks pre-market where I lost money and two that I did well on. The two that I lost money on are, again, things that I have issues with. Marking levels. There's one I'll show you. I took, I think, one or two quick scalps. I lost on it because there were no levels. I didn't mark anything. I don't know why I did it again. The other one I marked levels on, but I'm going to show you on the screen where I marked a level and it was really strong, but I didn't take a few moments just to see how strong that level was. So now when I go back, I went back for the year chart, the 1 year chart, and that level was so strong that I never should have traded it. And if I would have, instead of just marking the levels, realize how strong they are. Maybe change the color of a couple of the levels real quick so that you realize that one might be really strong and you should really not fight with it. So you'll see where I lost on that one too. So $545 today, guys. 545.52. I traded oil last night just for a quick $60 scalp. I'll show that to you first. And then I traded 11 tickers today. Two of them were losses, really small losses. That was the important thing. So, okay, let's go see what I did, and especially. All right, I got a head start on the week. It's Sunday night. You'll see here my screen says 4/12/26. It's 3:04 that I'm recording this. And because of JD Vance saying that the talks did not go well with Iran, and there was the post saying that we're going to block the Strait of Hormuz with military vessels, I knew I wanted to be on futures right now when they open. They open at 3 p.m. my time on West Coast. I did not want to trade in Ninja Trader. I have a very small amount of money in Ninja Trader, so I knew I needed to come over to ThinkOrSwim and trade futures. Although I have my charts pulled up on Ninja Trader because I'm just used to watching futures on that. So I'm watching that, but here's why I got in. The first candle was huge. Look at this. In 1 minute, oil went from 101.8 to 105.73. Now I'm in MCL, not CL. So CL is your regular mini contracts. I'm in the micros. They're a tenth of the size. So this movement was a $400 candle right here. Well, if you did the minis, that was a $4,000 candle right there. So it comes down. It's very volatile, so I wait. It starts to kind of compress right here, and this one compresses a lot more, and then we start to come up. And the volume bar showed me that buyers were at the tippy top at this point and sellers were at the bottom. We're increasing in volume. So I went ahead and got in right here. I wanted to wait till we broke through this level right here, this area. And just as we came up, I got in just one small contract, very small. I'm just, getting used to futures. So I got in at 104.73 and I caught 60-cent move in another candle. So from here to here, it went up, 60 ticks. 60 ticks is $60 on these micros. That would have been 600 if I did the minis, but I'm not ready for that yet. And I know that. Perfect timing. Look at this. As it's coming down, it just keeps going down. Now I could scalp in here, but oil is volatile, especially with what's going on. I'm not going to do it. So that's it for me Sunday night. Now I'll move on to Monday. All right, guys, I'm going to try to make this fast because I want to get in all the trades that I did because there's some good lessons here today. If you want to make money, do not trade like me. There's so many things that I do wrong, but I'm learning, thank goodness. So very first one right out of the gate I traded was PRZO. PRZO had kind of fluffy news. It was good news. It made it sound good, but it was vague. It's not a dollar amount. It was a follow-on order for something with military. Anyways, it wasn't an invoice amount. There's no dollar amount.
So because I think what I do, I make mistakes on these really cheap ones under a dollar, and I forget to go mark levels because I think, oh, it's under a dollar. How much damage can I do? So what happened was it shoots up here. I did not bother going to the daily chart, by the way. It comes down pretty hard. And then over here, a huge red candle. What the hell was I thinking? So on this candle, I can't even tell you why I did this. I slept in today, by the way. I was late. I don't set an alarm, but I'm always up at 3 and I got up at 4. So I had just turned all this on and I was pretty groggy. So look at here. I jump in 250 shares at 80 cents right here. And then, oh, what happens? I'm losing money for 3 full minutes. It comes all the way down here to 76. And I said, oh, let's just double down. Let's just make it worse. So now I have 500 shares, barely went up maybe a penny here or 2 pennies. It went up a little bit here. I should have just called it quits. And then this candle goes red and I get out for all 500 shares. I mean, thank goodness. Look at this. It dumped now down here. I would have been down actually quite a bit with 500 shares. So, and then look at, of course, the news was fluffy. No one liked the news. Look at this. And look at, there's just no volume here and here. I just got caught up in this crap. Okay, let's move on to RECT. RECT was also a loser. Now, I made a really good note here because I tend to I'm pretty good at marking levels, guys, but I need to now, I realize after this trade, I need to start looking at them a little different and maybe change the color real quick on the ones that are really super strong that are probably going to be difficult to get through. So we were working in this area of support here and resistance here, these pink lines. So it comes up here, it shoots through, but fails this very strong level. And I marked this that it was very strong after the fact, after I lost all this money. And I said, what the hell is going on? So it comes down, it will not break that level. Again, right here, will not break that level. So I get in right here thinking that, look, I think that it's going to break this level right here. And I got in literally right when it broke and then it dumps. So I ended up just immediately getting out and I got out. I lost what, 14 cents there. So it comes down. It never even made it back up to that level. It never retraced back up there and slowly came down and failed. So of course, again, this is another lesson. I was trading my P&L. I decide I don't want to lose money on this. So I at least want to get out of it with some green and move on because I'm over it. So I get in for 200 shares here thinking that this level is going to break. It eventually did, but not before it pulled back again. So I got out because, again, now I've lost a lot of money and I want to lose less money. So I got out just for a few pennies thinking 3 cents loss is better than just hanging in there, which I guess it was. Comes up, taps this level right here. So I go ahead and get in for this break right here. It goes up. And then right on this, when it comes down, I'm out. So I was down quite a bit more. I didn't mark down how much I was down, but I was down quite a bit more. I made it back and I just said, forget it. Let's move on. Okay. For the rest of the day, I did trade much better. So just a quick trade in the morning. I made a note here. I'm seeing that. Oh, I did accidentally get into some of this. I traded some of this accidentally, and I'll show you that. But it did work out. I made $41. So here I was guzzling coffee because I had gotten up late and I needed to wake up. I went ahead and marked levels when I saw this running. So I get in here right at the break of this level. You'll see here, this scared me right here. It comes down, but it starts coming up. Now I got in at $4.04. So that was just right there. Literally right a penny after it broke that high. I got in, which is good. That was great. I get this shooting green candle. Perfect. And I just immediately get out. I'd only gotten in with 100 shares. I probably should have taken more, but I immediately just got out in full because we had hit this level and I was worried that it wouldn't hold. And look, it took a long time to break this level again, all the way across. It was a very strong level. So I stayed out of it through all of this. So that was very well played. I have to say, I just took too small of a share size. Then over here, I'm still watching it. Right here where I got in, my finger twitched and I got in, but I got in too high. I would never have gotten in here. So I got in at 494 and the level was at 498. I wanted to get in if it came up, pulled back on this level and continued, but instead my finger twitched. I got in and I immediately wrote finger twitched, price was too high. I was waiting for a pullback that I didn't get. Well, now I got the pullback. Look here. I mean, and it just failed. So anyways, I'm thankful that I got 4 cents there. I immediately got out when my finger twitched because that wasn't my intention to get in. And thank God I did. It's better to get out for a few pennies and know that you were in the wrong trade than to just, fail and lose more. So I did end up making $41.54. Let's move on to RCT, another pre-market runner in the morning. And this was right there. All right, this was pretty quick, in and out. I definitely marked levels here, you'll see. I missed this first candle, but it came down with a pretty heavy wick here. And then it comes up. So I still waited this one out. Oh no, it looks like I got in. No, sorry, I got in here. I remember this one. I got in 500 shares here right at the break of this level. And then it was strong and continued. So I took another 500 shares after it went up 4 cents. I grabbed another 500 shares. And then I saw that it was failing this level here. So I got out half of my shares. And then right here, because I didn't know if it would maybe just pull back a little and continue. So I took half off the table. And here it didn't even go up past it. There's no wick, maybe a penny of a wick. And it started failing. So I finished out and I was done. I moved on to something else. CrowdStrike is what I moved on to. I should have probably stuck with this. That was pretty good. But the larger cap stocks are more my cup of tea. I feel more comfortable with it. So I went over to CrowdStrike. CrowdStrike's been running for several days in a row. And I wanted to be here for the open. So I got in right before the open and I did a little trading right here, just real quick, but it didn't move here. It made a move and I just got in late. So I actually had lost some money here. And then right here, I waited for a few candles after the open. And then I just scalped is all I did. And I just used the levels of the whole and half dollars. So just scalping in and out, just 50 to 100 shares. I took it pretty light. CoreWeave, I've been doing okay on, but I've been struggling at it. So the spread I remember was pretty good on this one, but I just did this area and made $31. I'm trying to do better with just real quick scalps a few times and be done and move on to something else. When I linger too long, I overstay my welcome, I've noticed, and I just give it all back. And I'll show you on Palantir how I did that. All right, here I actually did really well. This is AMD. And on AMD, right off the bat, I was up right in this first area. I was up $94.96. And it was just scalping, shorting here, and then going long over here. So that's it, scalping long when I saw price going up. And I was literally just watching my volume bars down here. And like I've said, I'm just watching volume bars. And when buyers are heading to the top and they're staying strong, that's when I'm long. And when the sellers, these red lines and dots, start moving up and taking over a candle, I'm out. So that was it, 101.28. Nothing real special there. So NVIDIA, I got $91.03, and it was just pretty quick here, scalping. Let's open that up so we can see. All right. So again, scalping long on the way up and getting out right here when I see this big red candle coming. I could see right here volume bars were coming down and sellers were moving up higher and overtaking the buyers in this bar. So I got out. Now, right here, I caught this. Look at this. I got 200 shares right here and caught that nice move. Now, I didn't catch all of it. I got in at 87.09. Oh, actually, I caught almost this whole move. I got in right about here and I caught it. And then right here, as it started coming down, I got out. And then I just scalped right in here and that was it. All right, Palantir is the one where I really struggled on today, you guys. This is where I should have just walked away. I was trading my P&L. I finally did walk away, but so you can see, let's see. So right here I traded and then I walked away and took a walk and then came back and got back to green, but I was pretty red here. So it's just scalping. I'm not going to show you each and everything, but I should have been able to trade this better because look, we were coming down. I think I was doing okay here. I was shorting it here and getting out and just doing scalps. It comes back up. I should have seen this right here, this range. So I traded this up, but it continued up. And somewhere in here, I think I lost a little in here because I was expecting it to come back down in a range. I did not trade this well. I started taking higher share size because I was trying so hard. I was trading my P&L. I was down and I was trying to make up for it. So that was too bad. I mean, I really failed on this, but $43, I'll take it. I finally came back after hours and made it. All right, let's see what I did here. This is Oracle. Well, let me find out where I traded. Oh, very quick. So I was still kind of trading my P&L this morning. I was seeing that I was getting close to $500, and I just started thinking, okay, what ticker can I go to that I haven't traded? Because in my brain, if I don't have a green number over here, if it's just blank, I feel like I can take a trade. But once I see a green number here, I don't trade well, and I just start giving it back because I get scared that I'm going to give up my gains. So if you'll notice, I've been doing better now, trading more ticker symbols and taking less trades on each one. And as soon as I have a nice green, I get out and I move on to something else. That way I feel like I've banked the money and I'm not going to give it back. I don't want to see this go red. And when I do, I trade poorly and then it does turn red. I give it all back. So this is it, just scalping really quick in and out. It was pretty high share size, 200. And but by the time I got over here, I realized that I was actually pretty green. And so I just did one more scalp here and cut it back to 100 shares. So that was it. And then MU and Tesla, I've told you I really want to try learning how to trade those better. So every day I try to take one trade on them. And I did well here. It was 200 shares. This was just barely, I made, I think, what, 20 cents. And then right here, I made, and that was 200 shares. And I did pretty good there. And I wanted to stop, but I got greedy and I saw this big candle go up and with volume. And I thought, oh my God, it's probably going to go one more candle. And it did. So I got in just 25 shares, being very careful, but I topped off. I think I was at 25 bucks or so. And then I made it $31 and I was done. I don't do well with MU. And it started doing little teeny tiny candles. You can't make money on that. All right. Tesla's another one. This is the last one. This is where I always want to try to make a little tiny bit on Tesla as well. And I took one, I believe it was one quick scalp on Tesla. It was towards the end of the day. Yep, right here. All right, this was it. Just 100 shares in and out super fast. But guess what, you guys? This was killer. So I'm watching this right here. I knew I wanted to trade it. So it had this big move right here, but I knew I didn't want to get in here. I had to wait. So it just started going sideways right here and it made a small little pullback with a push up. So that was it. Right when I saw it break this 350, 150 level, I got in and I caught that candle for 100 shares. I got out and I said, I'm done. That was it. And even 20 bucks. All right. So today, when I add in that oil, it was $545.52. I learned several good lessons. I'm just hoping I can keep these lessons in my head and don't fall back on them and nip them in the bud. These trading poorly is going to happen every day. You just have to learn to nip it in the bud, shut it down, take a walk, do whatever you got to do to get away from it and change your mindset and come back. And usually what I'll do is I'll shut down about 8:30 and I come back for power hour. And that gives me just a refreshment. And I'm looking at it differently and I don't have that gambling mentality that I just want to keep trying to make money back. All right, guys, let me know how you did today. I really want to know. I'm hoping that you were green. The market overall was coming up today, so I think that made it a little easier. So let me know how that did for you and if that helped. And then let me know if you did anything pre-market. I struggled in pre-market, but I always do. So I want to know how you guys did in pre-market. All right, guys, see you tomorrow.